First game jitters are out of the way, and round-robin play continues here at the Wachter Arena at the Capitol Ice Complex as the nation's top junior women's teams compete for the right to represent the United States at the 2027 World Junior Championships. It's day 2, draw 4 at the 2026 USA Curling Junior National Championships. I'm Dean Gemmel, joined by Roger Smith with production by Stadium Sports Network for an afternoon Sheet C feature game matchup between Team Johnson and Team Biesecker. But first, before we get into the game, Roger, tell us how excited you are as a longtime Capital Curling Club member to have this championship here in Bismarck.
We're quite excited about it just because it gives, a lot of our newer curlers that have started in the last 5 years the opportunity to volunteer and see a big event. We're excited about showing off the town of Bismarck. We think it's a great place to come to. Sometimes our weather can be a discouragement. Right now we're in pretty good shape. And
pretty nice this morning here, Roger.
Pretty nice this morning.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yep, and this is a great arena. We have never put curling ice in this arena. There's really 3 different arenas in the town of Bismarck where curling ice could go. Our home is at the All Seasons Arena on the north side of town. But this facility is really kind of a perfect facility for this kind of an event. And we're glad the USCA chose Bismarck to host this particular event because we want to show it off, and hopefully we can get some more events in the future. Well,
and show it off you are as we look at the standings. Johnson, Stopera, Berg, Pekowitz all at 1-0. Hagenbaugh, Biesecker, Miller, and Trainer, they're all looking for their first win. Johnson here, this is their team. Of course, Johnson representing the United States at this most recent World Juniors. Allory Johnson skips a team and throws last rock. Gianna Johnson throws third rocks. Morgan Zacher throws second stones and will be in the rings when Allory throws. And Bailey Vidich is the lead on this team. They're coached by Chris Johnson. And their opponents today, Zoe Biesecker, she's the skip of this team. Claire Chapman and her sister Frances Chapman are third and second. Madeline Muscatel is the lead. This team comes together from Colorado, Duluth, and Fargo-Moorhead Curling Club. So a collection of talent from across the country. Quickly, rules of play. We're playing 8 ends at this. Now that World Curling has moved their Junior Net Worlds to 8 ends, we'll play 8 ends here. Teams can concede after 6 ends. The free guard zone, the no-tick rule is in effect. Timing, additional timeout, 60-second timeout for each team in each extra end. And interestingly, rule changes related to coaching and timeouts. Coaches can now interact with their team whenever their team is not throwing, so during the other teams. So we'll check in on the action on the sheet here. 3 rocks already played. Nothing in the rings, and it looks like Allory Johnson will ask Bailey Vidich to put up a corner guard. So Johnson, of course, this team was runner-up in 2024. Captured the title last year against Megan Stopera's team, who's also in this event. Reached the medal round at the World Juniors, finishing in 4th place. But a really strong showing, and had to go through the World Junior Bs as well. So they've had a busy season, Roger. They've also played in they also qualified for our Olympic team trials last November in Sioux Falls.
Well, I did talk to one young lady that's just coming from Club Nationals. So this is her 2nd week of curling, and she was taping up fingers, sweeping enough to have blisters.
Yeah, that's Team Berg out of the Bemidji Curling Club. They were the silver medalists at the Adult Club Nationals, just held recently at Chaska, at the Chaska Curling Center, where they treated us very well and did a great job. So, yeah, they're going back-to-back. I imagine they have to do some explaining to their school, but hopefully the schools are understanding. So the corner guard up. It looks like Biesecker's asked for a centerline guard. Might slip into the rings but it looks like it will just stay out.
I like
it. And Johnson will make a move to use this corner guard. Sometimes we see teams put up corner guards, Roger, and then forget to use them. My own team's included.
I think that's pretty common, and the junior team I had coached the last junior team I'd coached, I would tell them, if you're going to put the corner guards up, you just got to have some confidence that second can move off those guards and clear things out in the middle enough to where you can bring those corner guards into play. And if you're not willing to do that, then, that corner guard becomes just a wasted stone.
Well, Zacher won't be happy as she watches her rock slip through the rings, and Biesecker will quickly move to use that guard that's just off the center line, just outside the 12-foot. You can see Chris Johnson, who coaches Team Johnson, behind there. He's been a big part of their efforts.
4-0. Yeah, it's okay.
Chris also runs the Four Seasons qualifier Bonspiel. That's the last qualifier. Last berths are up for grabs at that. So contributes not only to his own team but to the game as well. This rock looks like it has some pace, Roger.
It does. I think they're still trying to get their legs under them a little bit. I mean, even though they did have a 9-minute practice, probably still have some nerves that they're dealing with.
Dave Stevatag and his crew here have put this surface in, and it has been lightning fast, so I think some of the players are still adjusting to that. Early call is back 4 here.
Wait only. Coming down. Wait only. Gotta go. Distance hard.
And Kurt Bradbury, our local ice maker, told me yesterday that he had timed some swept stones that were timed a little over 16 or 26 seconds to the.
That was a 15.5. A hair.
No, the hog to hog was like 16, and they were able to get a top 4. So that's freaky fast.
Yeah. Well, that one just gets into the rings. I think they were a little fooled. It was a little less weight, and that made it curl more, and they almost ran out of rings. But it is in the rings. This is Chapman now with.
T. You've got room. Top 4, top 8, top T. Line's good. Line's really good. Back 4. Oh, it's gotta die. 14-7. We're like back 4. That's fine.
14-7. The weight fairly close, but I think it will slip out open on the interns or the outturn side here for Johnson.
I gave her like 8 inches.
It's interesting here, Roger, to see how,
Okay.
as they collected their thoughts and share board weight, it's interesting to see how international experience has affected this Johnson team. They had, 2 big international events, the World Junior Bs, the World Juniors, and the Trials. So I haven't seen them play a whole lot except some games online, but it'll be interesting to see how that's elevated their game.
Well, you can tell by their communications that they've been well coached and are pretty mature. They're calling out numbers for lightweight hits and have some confidence. That was a great shot right there.
Just gets by the guard. I think it might have curled a little more than Allory expected.
How much?
This team is also very young.
Do you like half?
I believe Allory is now 18. Gianna, her sister, just threw that one, is 16.
Hack?
Don't feel happy.
I believe Morgan Zacher is the oldest player on the team.
Yeah.
By no means old,
No.
as you and I sit here, Roger, but older for junior curling.
Whatever you like.
Okay, hack.
Just happy got
The
it.
Bismarck team that was won 21 years ago that swept for the opening stone, the governor's opening stone. They were making the comment that these kids were not born when they were curling juniors. So
Yeah.
Connected with Steph Sambor a bit, and I guess Steph Bohan now, but she was making that comment to me. So
my advice was don't do the math.
Yeah.
Whoa. Straight.
This is Claire Chapman.
Okay.
Looks like
Alright.
that's going to
Push
wreck
that
him.
in.
That's insane. Okay.
So it looked like they were looking for hack, and it was down and curled.
I mean, we could just nose it. I like nose. I don't mind nose. We could just nose it. No, I like a roll. Okay. 10-5? Yeah, right here. So like same weight? Oh, pretty thin. You can roll pretty far though.
Well, some of Allory's teammates and
No, it's
Allory
okay, though.
and
Okay.
Gianna Johnson worried about the jam, but Allory likes the roll versus a nose hit, so Gianna Johnson will try to execute that here.
Yep. Good. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. 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 Curl. 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 No roll, no roll.
Okay.
Question of weight, whether it'll stick around. Looks like it'll be.
Sorry. 10-6.
Just rolls out.
Just out.
Even nose is fine. I like a 10-5. I don't think it's going to move much at all.
Biesecker will try to hit and
Actually,
roll
give me a
behind
hair
that
more.
corner guard.
Yeah. 10-5.
Her own corner guard. Biesecker, part of the crop of junior curlers coming out of Colorado these days. There's
10-5. Yep.
Caden Rose
I
and
wanna
his
go behind
team
our
out
corner
of
if we can.
Colorado as well.
Pro side's nose.
Yeah, you got it.
Hair more. Okay, she's not looking.
Okay, just give yourself. You got it. Down. Down.
Whoa!
Yep, go.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
As they try to carve this.
Straight, 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 straight. Hard. Hard, straight.
Close.
Hard, straight.
Okay, that is close.
So they end up with a nose hit.
If we don't make it.
Didn't get the roll they wanted, but
Under the yellow. 10-5? 10-5 right there. Are you cool? No, I just like was trying to balance the broom in the air. 10-5? Yeah. Okay.
now Johnson will try to make the roll.
Or under the guard.
Already lying one with that
I like
biter
under
in the
guards to see
12
how
foot.
good. Okay. 10-5? Yeah. All right. Ice is a little quick.
She rolls dead behind the guard, and we might see Biesecker actually forced into a freeze,
Okay, you got
which
it.
could take away the end. Almost like to roll and show half here.
Yeah, exactly.
10. Little up.
Probably a better shot than
10-2.
fully covered.
Close. 10. Close. Close curl. Yep. 10. 10-5. Hard. 10-5. Yes.
This one might be curling more than they expected.
So there's
Yep, yep,
three
yep,
stones
yep, yep.
that have ran
That's
pretty
fine.
straight down pretty light
No, you're fine.
weight hits. So
It's Good throw.
that ice
Yeah.
it just runs.
I think your weight was good. I know.
Wherever you put that broom, that's kind of where it's going to stay. If you don't overthrow it, I don't know if you've seen any floating at all, or
So maybe one or two last night, but not really. No, I mean, but I do think, you know, the way the rocks have been touched up, if you throw it hard, you can take a lot of the curl out of it.
Oh yeah, you got it.
She would have loved to have rolled just half a rock
can,
or one
Yep, you
rock
got it.
further to the right, but
A 10-5.
Biesecker now looking to hit and roll under.
I think
Okay.
so. I mean,
If it is, it is. I'm just 10-5. Was my last
Biesecker
10-5?
questioning her own ice a little bit.
Okay, I'll give you a hair more.
Nice simple delivery.
Wide.
I think she set it back a bit. It should curl here though, away from the center line.
Hard, gotta go hard. Hard, gotta go. No, 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 no.
well,
Yeah, that's going to be a
Good throw.
okay,
Very
not
good.
a bad spot. I mean,
no. It certainly makes it a little more challenging here
Yep.
for. If she wants to make that. If Johnson wants to make that
I mean,
that
you could,
biter
you
count.
Jam, but we just have to jam like here, you know. Like we'll have to roll off.
You could
it.
also get it this way too.
Yeah. Just right here.
I think so, no?
yeah, can she get to the
Yeah.
nose? Not well.
I
She
like that.
could, I
This is
guess.
fine.
She'd be tight on that guard,
Right
but
there.
I think she could get there.
I
Board
tend
there.
to agree with Gianna
Nose
that
is okay.
she
Board.
could get to the
Board.
inside
Okay.
and
I
make
like it.
make
And
it
if
for
we're
two.
hitting nose, we
Yeah.
can get to the inside.
I think so, yeah.
I think there's enough room to
I think so.
cross it and get two, but I think they're
Yeah.
playing it.
All right, last one was good weight.
Is
Not
this okay
exactly
for
sure
her?
how they're going to save their shooter, but that's the
like
plan,
it.
to play a little high
She's trying to hit
side.
the outside. Okay, 11-5.
Yeah.
All right.
You got it.
Allory Johnson with her last here in the first end, facing one, trying to score two.
Sorry. Sorry.
11.5.
Wade's good.
11.5.
Yeah. Yes!
11.5. 12.
Hard, gotta go! Right to it!
Nope, not 13. Oh my God.
By
Now they should let it play that way.
By that one, okay.
Well, there you go.
Go, 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 go.
And I think it'll be good enough for 2. Not the way they drew it up, but probably the way
Good shot.
we would have played it.
Good
So, well done.
Why would you say?
They're going to take a look at it, but it certainly looks like 2 for Johnson.
13. Was it good? Yeah.
Oh, they're actually going to call for a measure, so 1 for sure. We'll wait for the measure here.
Looks like a station. Great sweep on that. Yeah.
It's interesting, Roger, during the Olympics, and I worked a couple of Olympics at NBC, 14 and 18, and whenever the measure comes out, the control room goes wild. They love the measure. And I know that talking to people during the games who weren't curlers but watched the extensive coverage we had, they all love the measure. People would come up to me and ask about the measure all the
Isn't
time.
that something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
One thing we started doing at the trials was we had an official out on the ice would hold up in this case would be blue or yellow, and then whichever rock was closer, they'd hold up that color because
Okay.
I think we could make this a little more dramatic, so we're going to keep trying to do that. It's clearly blue,
It's probably going to die.
and Steve Scheel not pushes that one out. My feeling is that new curlers don't always know when we just push a stone away. But whatever the case, it is 2 for Johnson in the first end. They'll take a 2-0 lead against Biesecker into the second. We'll be right back with more curling in a moment.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
There we go, Johnson Biesecker. That's our game. Johnson up 2-0 on Biesecker. I would tell anybody who's watching, if you're watching the feature game, you can see all 3 sheets with what we call static or stationary cameras. Even better, you don't have to listen to Roger and I when you watch those games. You just can watch the game. But this is the feature sheet today. You can see the score next to us. Berg with a quick 2-0 lead as well over Trainer.
1, 2. Okay, 2, 3. Claire's Rock.
This is Madeline Muscatel.
Curling.
She's out of the Fargo Moorhead Curling Club.
Hard straight.
How far is Fargo from Bismarck, Roger, for people who don't know?
200 miles.
200 miles. That's a short drive for you folks out in North Dakota.
Well, that's, just an afternoon deal.
Okay.
Good throw.
So the corner guard goes up. Vidich's rock in the rings just a little more off center than they would like, but in the forefoot. So now they'll put up bite the center line here with this guard and hope to at least be edge to edge on the rock that's in the rings.
A little fun fact, Fargo's 200 miles, Jamestown's 100 miles, Dickinson's 100 miles the other way, and then Miles City is, or Glendive is 100 miles, and then Miles City's another 100 miles, and that's because when the trains were going through, they could only make 100 miles without water.
Mine's really good.
So that's why this is the state capital?
The towns are, well, that's a different story, but that's why the towns are 100 miles apart.
Interesting.
I don't mind that.
That slips into the rings.
Not bad.
Biesecker is actually going to go double corners here.
That's good.
Fairly aggressive early in the game, but happy to see people willing to try to move on offense.
Well, they're going to use the corner guard, so they have some confidence they can move those blue stones.
Where?
Tells you they have confidence in their second.
Line's good. Where? Where?
Chapman sisters on this.
Hard yup. Right here. And if you can, yup. Hard yup. Hard all the way. Okay, leave it a 3. Right to my broom. Whoa, 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 whoa.
A little confusion over the call, I think, but that's the shot made was the called shot.
Yeah.
Now here's where it gets a little challenging. If Johnson puts up another guard here, now you've got some fair amount of work to do. This is Morgan Zacher.
Sit here quick. 3. Top 12. On its own. Top 12. Top 12. Okay, let's make it good. Top 12. Curl. Curl. Yep. Make it good. Curl. Top 8. Curl. Top 4. No. Top 4. Nope. Yeah, on the inside.
Yeah, they're going to wrap right around here. If they get a little bounce, would probably be helpful.
It's okay. Because that has to be a guard. I know.
It's a little heavy, but they audibled and brought it in the rings.
30. Yeah. Guards are always not. Yeah. That's fine. 4-3.
I don't mind this.
I think a little rock management here might be
Yeah.
okay.
9-5.
Okay.
I think that's the play here. You can hit and roll behind the corner, get some action on the stones that are in the forefoot. You don't have to be shot rock after this by any means. This is Frances Chapman.
Hard.
Hard, you gotta go hard.
Whoa.
Sounds like she might have got that moving.
Yes. Straight. Hard. Roll.
And on the low side,
Okay, that's fine.
But, did it hang around? I think it's on.
I think it is hanging around, and
Yep.
Johnson's going to choose to ignore it for the moment.
Yeah, 50. We'll let you know if you're like out or anything. Line's
Okay,
good.
that's
Two. Okay, just got a bite center. Line's good. Wait's really good. Right now, curl. Pass to curl. Wait's really good.
Will curl, I'm sure.
Always on. Keep going. 2.5. Pass to curl. Yep, hard. Close to center as you can. Keep going. Looks good. Yep, keep going. You're moving it. Whoa. Good, Morgan. Good spot. Good sweep. Good shot.
Always better to be sweeping guards to curl at the end rather than begging them to stop, Roger.
Right. Yep, that's right.
Good. 55.
Yeah, and now I think most competitive curlers have got enough rotations to where they've overcome that, which at one time was quite a bit of issue. There's curlers I've curled against that just have never been able to put enough rotations on without messing that handle up. And when they get on this kind of ice, it's pretty unforgiving. It might be okay on their club ice, but
What do you like?
Yeah, definitely the case on championship ice. You need to throw a fair amount of rotation.
Okay. Firm.
They're going to play the run double. That makes sense at this point in the end.
yep.
It's key for them not to, they've just given up 2. You definitely want to make sure you score blank here. Not let the game get away from you.
Straight.
Snaps. Oh,
Well,
wow.
Got there one way.
Right.
okay.
So, looked like she set it back just a bit,
Just
but they
roll
get
on
the
top, I think.
they get the
Or this is
tick
fine.
and remove
Yeah.
the guard and a Johnson counter.
10-5. Okay.
The Chapman coach and Podol behind the bench.
Clean. Yep.
or the Biesecker coach, I'm sorry.
Close. Yep. Whoa. Little roll if you can. Good. 10-6. Okay.
So on those hits.
Ann's a North Dakota native from Fargo. I've watched her, I've known her dad for decades, watched her grow up.
What are we doing?
And I'm actually on a board with her, North Dakota Curling Foundation board. She's one of the directors.
And in her women's team, we're in the Page playoff game at the Women's Nationals this year. Page playoff rounds. This is Claire Chapman trying to play this hit and roll. Looks like she will hit and roll the other way. Bump that Johnson stone slightly.
Okay, high five. Okay, almost exit twice. Yep. Little roll out's always fun.
Chief umpire Steve Shield just to the left of the scoreboard there.
Yep, little soft. Clean.
Steve is supporting our efforts to train more officials next year, so we appreciate that.
Hard. Hard for nose. Really gotta go. Hard for nose. Okay, whoa. Sorry. That's okay. Good throw. Yeah, I was a little soft. 10-6.
So
Was it actually? What?
Well, one good roll here would help toward their goal of multiples. But
Ask her what you throw.
I think they
Well,
might be
she's-
playing this double.
yeah,
Yeah.
You can make it with either turn. Do you want to throw outside in or inside out? What? I can't hear you. 9.
I would agree with Chapman at the other end saying if they're going to play the double, it is more natural with this turn.
yep.
It's relatively flat. It's the way the rock will come off. So good feedback from her teammates.
Hard. Hard.
Might have tipped this in a bit.
Okay, we're nosing.
Almost got the roll on top of it. Now Johnson, she can play this with the straighter side with the out turn. This team's lined up this way for a long time with Gianna. I say long time as if they've been curling for decades, but for a number of years with Gianna Johnson throwing third, but brushing 6, and Morgan Zacher going into the rings when Allory is throwing.
Get her up. Close. 10. 10 curl. No. Curl. 10-2. Curl. 10-2. Whoa. 10-3. 10-5. Good.
Just what you wanted.
Yeah, 10-3.
Oh,
On the nose.
Right? It felt heavy out of my hand, but
I did 10-3, so it's like
Okay.
barely heavy.
Okay.
Good though.
Well, if I don't make it good, she's picking it, or she's drawing. Picking it? She's always basically picking it, I think.
A little early in the game to just maybe make the draw around the corners, but that's still in play. But
I don't know.
A little tough
Without-
to be shot behind the corner.
yeah, it would be.
I think if you make that.
We've discussed 2 shots here. One was hitting and rolling behind the corner guards off the shot rock. But I think they've elected to hit and roll in front of the shot stone.
You got it.
10-5. Okay.
Zoe Biesecker with her first here in the second end, trailing 2-0.
Go. Hard. Hard go. Hard go. Hard.
The roll just
Just a little too much. Almost.
almost got the roll behind the corner that we were
Right.
talking about. So
Yep. Yeah, I don't know how it's gonna run off.
One
the
of
center
those
to the
tweeners
back.
you didn't want to
Same
sweep
weight?
hoping
Yeah.
it would land where you'd called it, but
Okay, just nose here.
Biesecker likely to be facing 2 with her last.
But it should be good. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Allory Johnson, her last stone in the second end. Her team's out to a 2-0 lead, hoping to hit and lie 2.
Clean. 10-2 maybe. Clean. Curl. 10-2. Close curl. Straight. Whoa. Good.
Pretty good, actually.
pretty good. Yep.
I mean, there is a double there, but it's
You got to think about that one.
Right? Yep. Full.
Yeah.
So I try to blanket.
And even a nose with no roll there might have even made it even tougher because a hit would have not been shot.
If I'm too thick.
Exactly.
So you would have had to,
Sometimes we take
gonna
one.
have to make a draw.
There with like a 8.
so she's going to throw firm here and hope to make the double and get the blank. Certainly a good call. I think that's
Yep.
the best shot here.
Yep.
Okay.
Pretty natural for the double.
They're almost locked together, so I'm gonna throw an 8. It's like a third of a rock high. I think I lose my shooter, and I think we blank. Pro side's always over curling and taking her 1.
Okay.
A little concerned if you over curl, you don't take 1. But here we go. Last shot. Second end, Zoe Biesecker.
Gotta go.
Go. Go. Go. Go. Go.
Gotta go.
Hard. Go hard.
Trying to bring the heat here. We're trying to hold it out there. Well, she'll get 1. Over curls, makes a double, doesn't get the blank, but scores 1. So make the score 2-1 for Team Johnson over Team Biesecker. We'll be back with the third end in just a moment.
No.
Skip the ordinary. Choose extraordinary with a trip to Bismarck Mandan. From thrilling rides to splashing fun, we have the places your kids are asking for. Uncover the stories of the past as you explore historic sites. Gather around tables filled with local flavors you all will love. Your family's next great story starts right here.
Really hard.
Hey, we're
All
back.
the way. Stick,
Message there from Columbia Sportswear, a great supporter of USA Curling. Been a real key part to our efforts this last quad and hopefully going forward as well. So, also, you know, Roger, the weather looked pretty good in that commercial there.
Yes, that was not taken recently.
You didn't film that. They didn't film that in January.
We had some
Yeah.
rain, obviously. We were green.
Yeah.
We'll see if it's slow.
But we do have a little weather moving in. I don't think it's going to be anything that is concerning, but
That's what I hear. It was. I was just in Ogden, Utah, at the World Men's before I came here, and it was. They have definitely struggled with snow this year. You know, they don't have nearly as much snowpack as they would like.
Little higher. Yep. Gotta go. Gotta get it over.
we were high. We were about half of our normal, so we'll take these next couple systems.
okay.
I think we're
Oh,
getting
she-
one tomorrow, one on the weekend.
I didn't think so either.
We just like moisture. We don't care what color it is.
So corner guard goes up a little higher than they would have liked, but is a corner guard just beyond that logo, and almost at the Essentia Health logo. This is Muscatel.
Okay, gotta go. Curl side.
So both leads, I believe, are out of the Fargo Moorhead Curling Club.
Hard, yes. Hard for weight. You gotta go. Hard, yes.
They have a good junior program there.
Really hard curl. You
I
gotta
think
go. 16,
between
7, really hard. All the way,
Bismarck
curl,
and
curl,
Fargo,
curl.
there's
Hard,
probably the
all
two
way.
clubs in the state that supply most competitive junior curlers.
Okay, you got it.
We're trying to get some other clubs to
50?
develop their junior programs,
I think a 15 maybe.
but we haven't been that successful. So there's, and of course we have a lot of arena clubs in our region, South Dakota and Montana, that
Line's good. 40.
just by the nature of being an arena club, that's difficult to get a junior program started.
It is challenging. I always say our arena curlers are our most dedicated curlers. They go through a lot just to get on the ice. But yeah, you have some good progress being made towards dedicated ice in Montana and a few other places, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So for people who don't know, Roger is a longtime director at USA Curling, served on the board as the representative from the Dakota Territory.
15-9. Okay.
Or actually, I guess you're the representative from MACA, aren't you? So I should
Yeah,
get that
both.
right.
Yeah,
Yes,
so-
MACA, Dakota Territory.
And at large.
Yes, at
So-
large, which we don't have right now. Grateful.
That's gone away, right?
Thankfully.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So yeah, I served with you, Roger. I served with you, I think, on the board as an athlete rep, and then when I stepped into this role, you were on the board, and
curl. Whoa.
and
Right here. Whoa. We're
just
good.
put a lot of time into it. That was appreciated.
14-4.
Well, I enjoyed it for the most
Just the
part.
singles
There
fine.
were some tumultuous years that I'm glad are behind us.
You got it. Throw good.
Sure.
Right down the
So
center.
Johnson will try this double peel here. She'll ask Zacher to make this double peel, and
8. Close. 9 foot. Curl. 5. Oh my God. Curl. Whoa. Looks good. Just clean. Good throw. 9-5. 8-6. That's good. I don't know what side that goes.
Got rid of one of them.
they get rid of one. Didn't quite get the double peel they wanted. The initial call they said was a 9-5 hog to hog, and then they were laughing
Where'd you get
because it was
9-5?
closer to 8-5.
Okay.
You know, most teams now do use the hog to hog times for determining what kind of weight they're going to throw.
We're back.
Funny story, I remember
14-2.
Wayne Madoff, who was a multiple-time world champion and out of Canada. One time in a game, I think I heard him say, they used to say hack, you're going to throw hack weight, which means it ends up at the hack. And he said, do you mean your hack or my hack? So there is always a bit of nuance no matter what. I think it was really about, do you mean
Yeah, you got it.
my hack is typically slightly more than hack and your hack is typically slightly less than hack. So
Well, I was an early advocate for putting a number on things. I'm a number guy, and so that made sense to me. And getting away from the long time, which was we used exclusively,
Yes, got it across. Got it across center. All the way. Keep going. You're moving.
to short time, which became popular for a while, and
All the way out. All the way out.
pretty good shot there.
Yep.
that was a good shot.
Really well done. Doesn't move it out, but it doesn't really matter.
Came down a lot. Yeah. I thought she was like to the board.
It does seem as though maybe the ice is tightening ever so slightly, or
Do you like
Yeah,
throwing
good
hack?
question.
And if you pick the guard, we're fine. Then it's the run.
I think most of these skips are getting times maybe
Just a
even
hair high.
on the other throwers, just to keep calibrating the ice, the speed of the ice if they have to make a draw. And of course, you need to know what that cold tee time is. If you have to make a freeze, you want to be able to help your sweepers know where you think it's going to end up, and that gives the skip
That's okay.
a little bit of a heads up on how that rock might come to rest.
So they tried the run, ended up just with a straight peel, and now
Alright, like a
Allory Johnson will ask her sister Gianna to play this in-turn come around behind the corner guards to lie 3. I like this call. Some might guard those two, but with last rock, I think this is a good call.
line's good. Goes a little quick. Just right to my broom. Right here.
Important to be third shot here, so if the double's made, you still have an
quick.
opportunity to take 2.
No, looks quick. Looks quick. Always off.
A little concerned about the weight here.
13-8.
That does look like it's traveling. So that's a miss there.
Sorry.
One that Gianna would like back. Now opportunity Biesecker make a double and lie 2.
Yep, that can change this end. And that's what a team needs to be able to do, is capitalize on a miss from their opponent.
Firm.
Makes after misses. Biesecker's asking Chapman for firm here.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, yep.
Whoa.
Hard.
Whoa. Curl.
Might be playing it the other way now, but no.
Well, just not enough.
So another opportunity here now. Doesn't really, not making the double.
Mine was really good on this. So.
Doesn't really change the calculus here for Johnson. If the double had been made, she'd probably still be in the same position if the other shot had been made. So
Line's good. Definitely last.
if that makes any sense, I think people might understand what I'm trying to say.
I think so.
But
I did.
Good.
here we go now.
really
Playing
good.
this intern come around to light 2. We'll
Line's
see if
good.
Gianna Johnson can adjust from her first one. I think they
Tier
like it
higher,
better.
Tier higher. Okay, you're good. You're good now. You're good.
It's going to bury and be in front of the tee line.
Stayed above. That was a good shot.
Good adjustment there.
Yeah, indeed, a good adjustment after the miss.
Good sweep.
Now Biesecker has to try this long roll to his spot.
Yeah. Okay. 10-5. Yeah. There.
Okay, you got it.
We're trying the long roll.
Yep.
Nose is fine. That's not the end of the world. Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, you got it.
Just a 10-5.
Zoe Biesecker with her first here in this third end, facing 2 counters belonging to Team Johnson.
Push it. Hard push it. You're doing great. Hard push it. Hard push it. Hard push it. Hard push it.
It's trending in the right direction for a roll, Roger, but
Got-
didn't quite
yeah.
get there.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was thrown hard enough to, even with
Little roll outs.
the right
We can jam. We'll still be
hit
hot.
at the right spot.
Yeah.
It was
Are you
a
trying to
long
roll?
way to roll.
Roll out's better than in.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. I like trying to roll under. It's just I don't want to leave her a pocket if I don't roll enough.
True.
So
I
2
don't-
plays here. You could play to hit and roll open and just
No's
lie
okay,
2.
roll out.
Roll out if anything, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it. Clean. Clean. Yep. 10-1. Yep. Yep. 10-4. Yep. Right to it. Hard to nose. Hard to nose. Whoa. 10-3. Whoa.
Okay, that's fine.
She will nose.
Yep.
So the same roll back.
You don't have any, do you?
No. No.
Okay. Then yeah. 10-5. I'll throw it right there. Okay, you got it.
You might weigh the other turn
Yeah, I
here.
thought about that.
Rolls a little easier, I think, with the out turn.
You got it.
But
10-5.
Zoe Biesecker likes the in turn, so.
Yep.
What was my last to 10-5? Okay.
She'll take the end away, but it's a very specific spot she needs to roll to. Biesecker, her last here in the third end.
More. Curl. Curl. Push it. Push it hard. Hard, curl, hard. Hard.
Trying to
push
make
it,
this
hard.
one curl again.
Hard, 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 hard.
Looks like she'll end up.
Hard,
Oh,
hard, 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 Claire, hard.
Might have dodged a bullet there. I'm not sure. Do we see the? Oh, I don't know.
really close. Chief umpire Steve
Okay,
Shields
wait.
said the rings are dead on
Okay.
here.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I don't know if our angle is true enough to make that call.
All right, same way. That was a 10-3. Okay. So you threw it good. I thought it was a little up on him, but you're good. Okay.
So it's a hit for either 2 or 3 for Johnson. Last shot, third end.
10-5. 10-5. Whoa, 10-6. Yep, 10-6. Get to
think
it.
they like
Hard to
it?
nose. Right to it. 10-5. Good sweep. Good shot.
Well, I would assume that means that's in.
Yeah.
The way Biesecker kicked it off.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah, 10-5.
I think I let it go a little straighter. That's what
Okay,
called
yeah.
So
straighter on release, maybe? Yeah.
Okay. Good call, though.
I think I just thought it was like.
we'll see if it is. I believe it has to be 3 or they wouldn't have removed it. Yes, it is 3. So make the score 5-1 in favor of Team Johnson after 3 ends. We'll be right back with the fourth end in just a moment.
Good end.
Yeah.
Up 4.
It's probably
Up
from
4
a different
in.
sheet.
Up 4 in and then go.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
All right, we're back here at the 2026 USA Curling Junior Nationals in Bismarck, North Dakota at the Wachter Arena at the Capitol Ice Complex. That's a lot to say there, Roger, but it's been a great venue here for us. We're here in the to the second game of second women's session and in the round robin play. I can quickly update some of the other scores if you're not looking on the USA Curling website. 3-1 Pekowitz over Miller. 3-0 Stopera over Hagenbaugh. Our game 5-1 Johnson over Biesecker, and Berg is out to a 5-2 lead over Trainer, who we saw last night in the opening session. So we heard Johnson talk about it in the break. They said go in and then guard. It looks like they're actually going to go in and then just move this stone. after Biesecker had to put the corner guard up. You know, it's tough sometimes when you're a newer team like Biesecker and you're facing the defending champions. It's a bit of a mental test, Roger. Since, you know, like I know in men's play there were certain men's teams that you would play against and you had to remind yourself that you both started tied. So, but I think that's part of the game. Actually, as a team gets better, things get a little easier. Actually, other teams play a little tighter against them.
Right. Yeah, and these are the kinds of games that coaches can talk about after the game and keep them encouraged and say, well, let's do this and let's do that. I mean, it's not been a lot of big misses, so it's not that's not been as big a part of the scoreboard as you might think. Just some missed opportunities.
Yeah, some missed opportunities, some shots missing the wrong way.
Curl, 16-2, really hard, girls. All the way, dig, curl.
Biesecker is going to use this corner guard now.
Yeah. All the way, really hard.
I think that's the right move at this stage.
So the 5-rock rule, you know, Johnson can't peel the corner guard yet, so she'll guard.
All right, like that. 50. Yeah. You got it. Just right center. Line there. 3. Always straight. Tight. 3. Okay. We're a little tight. 3.
We actually have, I think, by my count, 5 competitors that are from our Bismarck Junior program, and they're, I think, pretty excited to be able to show off their skills to the hometown. They're on different teams. I think there's 2 ladies and 4 ladies maybe, and then one. No, 3 men and 2 ladies. That's the makeup Bismarck.
10-5.
A shout out to Michelle McKim, who about 10 years ago started, revamped it anyway, our failing junior program at the time. I can say failing because I was involved in it.
Roger Smith, brutally honest. You know, junior is we for people who are listening, we do have a junior curling program outline on our website. One of the things I think that is challenging with junior programs is sometimes it depends as much as anything on getting the right collection of junior players who are enthusiastic and enjoy their time together. So it's not easy to get a junior curling program really going.
And it takes dedication from the adults who want to give up, for the most part, their Saturday.
Yep.
And everybody can do those things for a little while, but to be consistent and build on it and get enough help, that's a challenge. But we've been lucky. We've had people that want to put that kind of time in, and so that is the results of that. I think a couple years ago at Stevens Point, we must have had at least a dozen kids from our club playing in a junior nationals. That was quite rewarding.
Yeah, I like that. And if we knows, we knows.
So I hit here, and their multiple is still in play. I think a little roll might be okay, but not necessary.
Yep. Ball. Curl. Hard.
Want to stick around?
We're nosing it.
Okay.
It's a
Okay.
one.
It's all right. I don't know that there's a double.
Sorry, I know what you were saying, but when she throws a 9-1, there's not much I can do.
Just knows.
So Johnson will look to nose here and lie, I guess, first and third. Is Gianna Johnson.
Clean. Curl. Yep. Whoa. Straight. Roll it to here. Roll it. Yep. Whoa. Good.
Sorry.
Should have rolled a little more.
So they'll lie first and third.
I know, but it's just making me feel dumb.
Actually, your son Tucker was on last night, Roger, and one thing he mentioned was that, the Bismarck Club, we were talking about how curling has typically attracted sons and daughters of curlers, and you've had some accomplished curlers, like Heidi Holtz in this field, I think, and, didn't come from a curling family, and that's actually exciting. We want to see more of that. In addition to the ones from curling families, but.
Oh, that's right. Well, there's a little break.
Yeah, the little tickle, and you almost rolled behind.
Yep. That would have been something. No, and some of those parents new to the sport bring a lot of enthusiasm. A lot of times join the club and become curlers themselves. Get involved. That's been really one of our success stories the last 10 years is bringing those parents in. They make great club members, and in some cases join the board and stick with the sport even after their kids are off to doing other things or going to college.
I just gave max ice there, just because never make sure. Yeah, no. Yeah.
And I can remember the day when that never happened. Yeah. People would ask you if you curl. Your answer might be, yes, my dad curls, or no, my dad doesn't curl.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, we tried a few things during the Olympics to try to get some more young high school athletes interested. Some clubs participated and had success. Probably something in 2030 or even going forward we want to do more of.
Uh-oh.
Well, that was unfortunate. Now Johnson, I think, will probably going to take a look.
How much of that do I have? I don't know. How much you got from the out? Or I just go here.
I think she has all of it, doesn't she?
Yeah, you have all of that.
You just want to make sure you don't hit it too thin. No, I know. Yeah. I think you can get to nose.
Sometimes.
Yeah. You get inside, I think, right?
Sometimes I laugh, junior curlers and even an accomplished team like this.
At the most, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get awfully, and I get it, humans that get concerned about that worst case scenario, but I don't think your skip wants to hear that. Just don't hit it too thin and jam it. So, it's pinned it pretty thin, right?
Right.
So.
I like a hair more. I think it's good.
When you have a 10-cent head like I do, Roger, when you're skipping, you really don't need that. I do enough of that on my own.
Oh, that's right.
10. Curl. Whoa. 10-5. Curl. 10-5. Whoa. 10-5.
Must be pretty good.
Good. Really
Well
good,
done.
Allory.
That was
well managed, well thrown.
Great shot. Yeah. Did you get time?
Makes that freeze a little tougher too because it's a little better than edge to edge.
15. I don't know.
But that's the call.
Okay, you got what time am I looking for?
Well, I think it's definitely the right call here. You're down 4. You
What time?
make a freeze, try to manufacture a 2 with skip rocks.
Okay. Yeah, you got it. I'll give you a 15. Besides light.
This is Zoe Biesecker with her first in the 4th end as we approach the midway point of this game.
Sorry. Be careful. Careful.
Room's down.
Curl. We're there. No, we're team.
Maybe a little aggressive with the sweeping there. Does sort of tuck a little bit of it, so.
Yeah, well, second shot anyway.
Looks like Johnson is
I
going
think it was
to
like half. Right? I like it.
pick this.
Yeah, I have about half.
Okay. You got it.
Also just draw, but
You got
I
this.
think she likes the idea of picking and making Biesecker face 3 with her last.
This is good line, right?
Allory Johnson.
Hard!
This could be trouble.
Hard! You're holding it, yes! Whoa, whoa!
Oh boy.
Good.
Well swept there.
Good shot.
Flirting with the pick of their own, but
That's right. That would have changed that end.
Yep. But successful, and now Biesecker drawing against 3.
Okay, you got this.
T is like a 15-3. I'll give you a 15-5.
Yep, you got it.
Almost the same thing I just gave you.
15-5. So that's keen.
Yeah, and I think same weight here would probably be pretty good if they don't just clean it. Last shot, 4th end, Zoe Biesecker facing 3.
Top 4!
Careful with it. Careful.
Little worry.
Looks like they're bringing out a 3rd sweeper here. Looks pretty good.
We're there. There.
Yeah,
Careful.
they
Well
got there.
done.
Careful.
No worries.
Yep.
So there it is, a well-played draw by Zoe Biesecker. Make the score 5-2 after 4 ends. We'll have the 4th end break here and then be back with the second half of this game in just a moment.
Skip the ordinary. Choose extraordinary with a trip to Bismarck Mandan. From thrilling rides to splashing fun, we have the places your kids are asking for. Uncover the stories of the past as you explore historic sites. Gather around tables filled with local flavors you all will love. Your family's next great story starts right here.
Outdoor adventure is calling. Paddle calm waters that feed your soul. Find trails that challenge you and views that inspire you. Cast your line in the Missouri River and create your own big fish story. Perfect your swing on courses that stretch into the horizon. Explore spaces where every step is a discovery. Your outdoor playground awaits in Bismarck Mandan.
You're searching for the perfect balance. A major career without the big city price tag. Stop searching. This is Bismarck Mandan, North Dakota, where success is just a handshake away. We combine a low-hassle lifestyle with the resource that fuel growth and development. We're a small community with a massive advantage. The space to grow your career, your business. your family, and your future. Visit BismarckMandan.com today.
I just feel like we're half making every shot.
Okay. We need to lock in on those penalties. We'll try to be crashed on both the players. Okay, so I feel like something funky's going on for a second. Okay, so throw your first
I feel like my second one is like curling a lot.
maybe throw a towel and then for this fifth end. Switch your two rock and whoever
I'm
rock.
studying. Wait, can someone write on my hand that I need the two?
No, we don't have time.
How do they both crash? Because I'm really
I think we're just not, we may need to give you
That's how much time we have.
Those are tough, like they were high, like,
Okay, thank you.
tolerance was low there, right? So we just got to get on earlier, or we need to give her just a touch more room. Give everybody just an extra inch for now, until we're really locked in on those tolerances.
I just feel like we're not like every hit is under curling. It feels like.
But her two crash, so just give her an extra.
Okay.
It's exciting. All right, we're back here at the 2026 USA Curling Nationals. Let's take a quick look at the scores. Pekowitz is up 4-1 over Miller. They're playing the fifth end. We saw Team Pekowitz last night. Hagenbach trailing Stopera by a score of 3-1. Stopera has the hammer in the fifth. This is our game, Johnson Biesecker. Biesecker trails 5-2. Johnson will have hammer here in the fifth end. And over in the other outside sheet there, it is 5-2 Berg over Trainer, with Berg holding the hammer in the fifth after blanking the fourth. In our game, defending champion Team Johnson, they're up 5-2 on Biesecker. Biesecker team, a collection of players from Colorado, Duluth, Minnesota, Fargo, Moorhead, so
Right,
coming together from all places. First rock of the end slips into the rings. This will be Billy Vidich, who will try to remove this stone.
Yeah. Curl. Oh, it's close. Curl. 9-5.
Early call is to carve it over.
Okay. Just a bit big on release. 10-0. Okay.
So Allory suggesting that Bailey's release was a little positive. She'll hit and roll out. That gives Biesecker another chance to put up a guard. I think the people behind the scoreboards, Roger, look colder than the arena is.
I have heard that it's cold. I saw, well, I can see her from here. One of my friends
It's wide.
is wearing the same gear she wears when she bow hunts in December.
I think you people are going soft out here, Roger, here in North Dakota, because I've been in this arena, and we've been in colder arenas this year. So,
yeah, I mean, it didn't feel that bad to me, but it's, and I have not been back there, so maybe there's some little draft that creating some uncomfortable.
I'm just kidding. I generally get cold, so
yeah,
I'm going to say I can understand.
And the spectators are dressing appropriately. It's not. Yeah, it's probably what you'd expect almost anywhere.
Watch the roll. That's fine. Good throw. You're good.
So after the guard slips in, Johnson removes that.
3, pro sides 2.
I think if this guard goes up, we may see Johnson just try to peel things out for a while, up 5-2. One thing, Chris Johnson, their Allory and Gianna's father and the coach of this team, is he does really encourage this team plays quite a bit, practices a ton during the season, but he does have them take a break in the spring, which I think is healthy.
Curling a little. It's a 15-5.
Really gets them to step off the ice and do other things, other sports.
Okay. That's what it is.
That slips into the rings, and now Johnson has a chance to hit and lie two. So some trouble for Team Biesecker getting guards up. I'm not going to talk about the fourth end, the mop, because every time it happens. So just leave that out there for long-time listeners will know what I'm referring to.
10-3. Yep, hard. Whoa. Clean. Wait close.
Morgan Zacher would like to hit and roll a bit to the wing.
Hard. All the way on the roll. 9-9. Good, Morgan. Good.
Pretty well done.
9-9. Oh, oops. I thought the weight was good.
That was a challenge, Roger. When you're down, your shots get harder. The other teams get easier.
No, that's exactly right. You got to add some risk. And so at some point you're playing with reckless abandon.
Yep. And when you're ahead, it's easier to throw the rock with conviction.
Straight. Whoa. Curl. Straight. Whoa. It's curl, roll. Whoa. Hard, Claire, hard.
Some disagreement on whether it needed to curl or go straight. Almost rolls over on the corner, but certainly groups of stones, which is helpful.
Right here. So just like half a second more.
Certainly Team Johnson pretty comfortable here to change hits.
You got it.
Start to run Team Biesecker out of ends. Morgan Zacher with her
9-5.
second.
Curl. 9-3. Curl. 9. Gotta go. Yep. Hard.
Might be a little more weight than they were looking for.
That curled a crazy amount. 9-1. That was me.
Well, they're staggered, so maybe they'll try to hide behind them.
Okay.
Call them for the hit.
Going to play the double. I think the stagger move might, requires a bit of sense of the scoreboard. I think playing the scoreboard is one of the tougher things for newer curlers to learn. Chapman.
Whoa. Yep. Hard, Fran, gotta go. Okay. Hard.
You got it.
One of you.
No, you're good.
Okay.
That's okay, Claire.
Both teams wanting to sweep that stone.
Yeah, you're always wondering, am I doing the right thing?
Yeah. I always like to step aside and then encourage my opponent.
Yes, we can be a little stressed about time. But, well, we're fine.
Gianna Johnson with her first.
Tucker accuses me of fake sweeping on everything. He goes, "You're not really sweeping, Dad." Well, that might be, but I want to look like I am.
Just a little straight. 9-8.
So two well-spaced stones here for
just
Johnson.
Straight. Okay. 9-8 though. Yeah, I felt up. Yeah. Surprised it curled that much.
One thing to take away if you're a young curler listening here to Team Johnson, lots of communication after shots, lots of curiosity about why shots reacted the way they did. I always like to tell newer curlers to stay curious during a game and after a game.
Hard, yep. No roll. Okay.
Okay, Claire.
Looks like it'll just hang around at the back, but Johnson will lie one.
You want to play a hit?
Okay, 10-5.
Not really any need to hit that, but I guess
Right there. I guess they just don't like yellow.
certainly not a wrong call.
Right.
Keeps a
Clean.
keeps a blank in play too, which isn't the worst.
Gotta go. Hard. Yes, you gotta go for peace.
Ooh.
Hard. Hard. Yep, gotta go. Hard. Okay, 10-7.
They
Just a
got
little
it.
tight. I thought they threw it good.
So they got a small piece. Now we're probably working towards a blank.
You got it. You got this.
Okay. I'm throwing a 10-5. Do you like the ice?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Getting some confirmation on the ice from her front end.
Whoa! Whoa!
Curl. Gotta curl. No roll. Okay.
It's fine.
Sixth. I like it. Okay, 10-5? Yeah.
So Johnson would probably like the blank
No, I
here
know.
and then
I
take
almost asked you for more on my second,
hammer
and
in 6 and 8.
Because that one of Morgan's, it shouldn't have. No, I know. That's what we said after my first. Yeah. But you have a lot of room to roll in on this, so. Yeah. If you want. I mean, if you. Yep. Yeah.
Of course, you stick right there, it makes the blank a little easier. Allory Johnson.
Hair up. Yeah. 10-3. 10-2. Whoa! Whoa! No! Off. Good. Whew. Yeah. 9-5. Yeah. Okay.
So Biesecker will play the hit right back, and then Johnson will look for the blank with her last.
You got this, Zoe. You got this. Okay.
10-5. It's the same thing I just threw, basically.
Yeah, you got it.
My last was a 10-7, so I'll give you the same weight.
Yep.
Zoe Biesecker with her last shot in the 5th end.
Straight. Wow.
It's fine. Good throw.
You'll nose that.
Just easy feel, right? Okay. Okay, just easy peel, yeah.
So Allory Johnson, last shot here in the 5th end, looking to blank,
Gosh,
carry
no
hammer
clue.
into 6.
I'll fix it after. Clean. 8-0. Clean, whoa. Just clean.
Always nice when you're a front end player on those,
11.
Roger, and it's just clean out of your hand. So call that a blank. Johnson will take last rock into the 6th, along with a 5-2 lead. We'll be right back with more from the USA Curling Junior National Championships in just a moment.
I got 7-9.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
like top 8 weight. Top 12 weight even. Pro side's like top 8. Okay, like a 40, no, like a 50. Sorry. 50? Yeah.
All right, we're back here. The 6th end in this second round robin session at the Junior Women's National Championship here in beautiful Bismarck, North Dakota, where we're enjoying the hospitality and the efforts of the local organizing committee. Putting this event on inside the arena are the members of the Capital Curling Club, which is its own nice 4-sheet facility. But working with the city here, have this event in an arena, which is a great opportunity for these young players to get to play in an arena setting.
So we got a high guard up, and we're looking for a little tighter guard. I would imagine they're going for an all-out steal. Might start to ignore blue stones.
Yeah, I think for Biesecker, it's a force at worst. Steal, obviously, you're going to have to steal somewhere, I think, here to win this game.
Wide, gotta go. Hard for weight. 2. You gotta go.
But a force, you can go force,
Always curl side. Always
deuce
curl.
and
Yes,
7,
yes, keep going,
3
keep
and
going.
7.
Drag it as far as you can. Hard curl.
Math
hard,
is definitely on Team Johnson's side, but it's far from over.
Okay, that'll do.
Doesn't quite curl up enough, so now
Yeah. I think you got to steal a 4. I don't know. Okay. I had a 40 on that, so I still like that.
this is a scenario, never mind. We get all,
I didn't get
the first one we see slip wide, but they put up the other guard, and then if you can put this one top 4, you're really in business with Last Rock.
Stop. Okay, this looks all there. Line's really nice. Top 8, right here. To my come down a little. Line's really good.
They like the line. They think the weight's close.
Careful. 5-6. Top 8, top 4. 5-6. Curl to finish. Curl to finish. Okay, off.
Oh, they're saying T. They want it little. They don't want it that deep.
Sweep 2 behind the T line. Or what? You did it on that one.
Oh.
So that slips too deep. A little.
Not good.
Rusher's apologizing for being a little
Call on off.
enthusiastic. There's Francis Chapman.
Okay. Always curl.
And they're staying off of this one.
Curl. Curl. Yeah. Hard curl. Hard curl. Hard curl. Hard. 13-6. We're like hack weight. Okay.
She picked it up just a little bit. Sometimes they think about those backers a little too much.
Top 4, top 8's okay. Yeah. Yeah, top 8's good.
So Johnson here perhaps trying to win the game in this end.
Okay, a little out. It's all there.
The way they played the last end, you could probably imagine them peeling, but I don't mind this.
Line's good now. Got a curl. All there. Can't be back. T. Running. Can't be back. 15-1. I'd have 14-8. Back 4.
It's like this is going to slip deep
All the way back,
again.
be back.
Yeah.
Shoot.
All right.
This is when Skip see all these rocks in the back of the rings and frustration creeps in.
Yeah.
And I say that as someone who has put rocks in the back of the rings and seen a Skip get frustrated.
Okay.
Another opportunity here now.
Rock. We're tight.
Haven't touched this one
You
either.
gotta go straight.
Oh, they're a
Straight.
little tight on the guard, I guess.
Line's okay.
Well, the line is fine now. It's a matter of the weight.
Where? Top 4, full 4, right here.
Straight, Claire.
We're back. 14-8. Okay, just leave it.
Both teams getting a little fooled on the weight. But that will be shot rock and frozen.
Okay.
Johnson's going to continue to play here.
Yeah.
Didn't really entertain the straight peel here. There's a double peel there. There's
I think I like a peel.
Yeah, I wondered
Yeah.
if she was going to suggest that.
somebody sat down and said,
Yeah.
I think I like a peel, so I tend to like the peel here.
It's just like right on center. Your rock should be. You got it.
Yeah, the book would say peel.
Yeah, a double peel here certainly makes this end a lot more manageable for them. Even just peeling one is helpful.
Yeah. Oh, no! 8! Curl. Yeah.
Might have been a little inside out the way that sweep call went.
Hard. Whoa. Close.
No.
Good.
Should get both moving. Doesn't matter that it rolls in, really. It's out of the way.
It's fine. That's okay.
It's a pretty good result. See it again here. Just needed to hit maybe a fraction thicker to get them both moving, but well, they got them both moving. Get them both moving out.
So
Let's listen in as Biesecker considers their options.
Pro side's heavy. If you jiggle these, that's fine.
yeah, pro side heavy. You shoot for top 8 or top 4, and we'll get you there.
Roger, the freeze is one option. I guess another one is to throw some more guards and make them waste some peels.
Yeah,
right?
I think that that's true. And then, yeah, they might be coming in a touch early.
Oh wow, big ad. Big ad.
It's like
Curl.
this one has some weight.
Curl. Hard curl. Hard curl.
She's using body language to get it over there.
Hard all the way.
Looks like that was overthrown, and now I think we'll see Johnson start blast this one that's in there.
I forgot it was a quick spot. I don't know how much. I don't think we're coming much weight, are we? Board? Yeah, I like that. I was almost gonna say 11.5.
And with the
Just
scoreboard,
nose?
you could just
Yeah,
rip it.
Close side, little, maybe a little.
Like that's
inside.
okay, a little inside nose.
Yeah. Okay, 11.5.
Gianna Johnson's certainly capable of throwing it hard, but you're going to play this with board, jiggle things around.
Clean. Feels good.
Yeah.
Close.
Whoa!
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Close! Curl! Yep. Whoa! No! Straight!
Close.
Whoa!
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Off.
Really good.
Pretty good result.
She jiggled.
That's really
I
good.
think, though, they're only,
Did you say a
they're
time?
just one, and then
Allory, what time you
Biesecker
get?
is 2 and 3.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a lot of ice. A little less ice. Whoa.
Okay.
Sounds like this one might be a little bit up as well.
Curl. Hard all the way. Gotta go.
Getting it
Gotta
to
go,
move,
gotta
they're
go. Dig,
carving
dig,
it.
Fran. Hard dig.
Getting almost to nose.
That's fine.
That's good, Claire.
Great sweep.
Not bad. They're line 3.
Everything. Yeah, pretty quick change.
That moved a lot.
Not a lot of good places to punch these yellows out.
Something there. Is it gonna go over the top then? That's hard. I like it up there.
Trouble is, even if you make that slash double, they're still line 1 when you're done.
Okay, yeah.
Yellow has
Pretty
built
thin.
the wall
Okay,
back
so
there. That might work in their favor.
Tight's fine. Okay.
Gianna Johnson.
Yep.
Yeah! Whoa! Curl! Whoa!
Oops, too thin.
It's okay.
Okay.
Just we have like
Not great for Team Johnson. They're Biesecker's lying 2. Let's listen in.
Yeah.
No.
I like top 8.
I do this. What does she do? Freezes to me? That's not great. I can't leave her a triple. I don't know. What do you like? Before we talk about a timeout, what do you like?
Say move something, but it's like.
I mean, we're sitting 1-2. Fine. Time!
So Biesecker will take a timeout here. One thing they haven't entertained is just a guard.
That's what.
Okay,
But I think I would, if I were the coach, suggest maybe
right? 'Cause we,
maybe top 12, cover the one in the back,
double,
make.
like the.
I mean,
okay,
you're going to
so
leave
I
a
don't
double,
hate that,
but.
actually, but then she just freezes to me.
So you throw this.
Let's see what
Okay,
their
so
coach
guys,
has
here's
to
what I'm
say.
thinking. You have this. You have this. Or you have this.
Right, these are our two options.
Yeah.
I think our options are here or here.
We were talking about coming kind of Christmas tree.
I like top 8.
Like right here.
I like right
No,
here.
Christmas tree would be here.
I mean, not really not
Yeah, I like here.
angled. I mean, a Christmas tree isn't really. There's not enough room between those two
sitting
stones,
two.
I think.
Okay.
I like this.
What's the time? What am I looking for to get here?
15.
15?
It's pretty similar. It's super quick.
Right. I think it's
really
like a 15-4, 15-5, but I don't know what you guys think.
I like 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. My ice is like
Ice
There.
might be. Yeah.
okay.
I mean, yeah.
Let's throw it.
You got it.
Well, the suggested call is to just half tuck one, Christmas tree it, behind that one in the top 8. The
Yeah.
idea, I mean, the suggestion also was that, well, if you're light, you end up with guard. I think just biting top 8 or top 12 there would be
You got this, Zoe.
pretty good. You can show the outside all day. Whatever the case, it's getting a little
54.
uncomfortable
Yes, you
here
got
for
it.
Team Johnson.
Two, three. Gotta go.
Okay.
3, 2.
Gotta
This
go.
looks light.
Where?
2.
Hard. Hard, girls. Dig.
I think they'll end up with the guard.
Hard curl.
Okay.
Well,
So they have guarded it, but although I don't know if there's a double over there now.
Over the center. Holy buckets.
Try and get like right here.
Yeah. I like it.
Top 4.
Yeah.
We have to be shot though. Full 4.
Yeah. Okay.
and they're going to use that
Yeah,
guard.
just go 4.
I think the double
like
would
this one,
jam in the
yeah.
back, so
This is a good. Yeah. Then she's got to make a perfect draw. All right. It's like a 4-4, 15-5.
Yeah, I haven't thrown a draw yet, but I'll try and.
It'll be
so
good.
Johnson now
Like
needs his
famous
draw
yesterday,
to
kinda?
I think so. Yeah.
avoid having to make a
I mean, it was
really
like a
tough one on her
15-5
last.
yesterday, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I think so.
And then it's probably like a 4-5, 4-4. Yeah. It's a little quick. Okay, but you got
She's
it.
been throwing a lot of hits, so this is a good opportunity to get her draw weight down.
We'll
It's
add.
close.
Line's good.
Top 4.
Line's good.
Brushers like it, top 4.
Straight. Wait only. Wait only. Room. Careful.
Seeing them fooled by the weight. Now it's back 4. They're fooled again, I think.
Oh, it's way wide. No.
It's really just a collection of sweeping errors in this end by Team Johnson.
It's that one side. It keeps tricking them.
They've swept a lot of
Okay,
these
so
out
it's
of
the same
hand
ice I just
and been
had. That's
about
right
6
there, right?
feet off on where it's going to end up. They get a little fortunate that it does end up second shot. But Biesecker with a chance here to make it tough for Johnson to
Did
score.
anyone get a time on my last? If you didn't, it's
Short or long?
long.
I did not get a long.
Okay. Okay.
I would say.
So I'm giving you like what, 8 feet more? I'm looking for full top 4.
Maybe not 8 feet more.
Okay.
That carried a lot.
Okay.
T.
Back 4, back 8.
Well, it's T, back 4, or back 8, but I think they think it's running.
Curl. Curl at least. Curl.
I think it's going to bounce off.
That's okay.
So now Johnson just with a draw for 1.
Yeah. You can't tap it enough around it, no? Okay.
Yeah, this is where throwing a draw with your first one is going to potentially
Is this what, same line
help
or
her.
what? A little more. A little less. I think same line's good. I wouldn't give more, yeah.
I just like close to it. That was way more.
Yeah.
So Allory Johnson needs full 4 to score 1.
Yeah,
Go
similar.
ahead
We'll
6
just
to
keep our
2.
heads up.
Important to score here.
You got it.
Probably grateful if she's not facing 2 or more.
Pretty good ad. Careful.
Close.
Careful. No, no, no,
Top
no, no.
4.
Whoa, careful.
Top 4. Top 4 team.
I think it's top 4 right now. They said they've been over sweeping most.
Whoa, looks good. Whoa.
Looks pretty close. Might need to finish it just a bit, but
I think they're going to be
Really good,
fine.
Allory.
well done. Good adjustment by Allory Johnson. Good
Good shot.
adjustment by the sweepers. Call it 1 for Team Johnson. That makes it 6-2 after 6 ends. Biesecker will have last rock when we're back with the 7th end in just a moment.
Skip the ordinary. Choose extraordinary with a trip to Bismarck Mandan. From thrilling rides to splashing fun, we have the places your kids are asking for. Uncover the stories of the past as you explore historic sites. Gather around tables filled with the local flavors you all will love. Your family's next great story starts right here.
Right at 40. Careful. T. No. T.
All right, we're back. 7th end action at the 2026 USA Curling Junior Women's National Championship. Allory Johnson with a clutch draw against facing 1 to get 1.
She did. She thought she slid slow though. I mean, I had a 40.
Her team is struggling to keep these in the top half of the house. Roger?
I know. They're slipping back. It seems to be the theme here.
2. Two, 3. Right here. 2. It's got a curl. Where? Curl if you can. Curl if you can, yep. Yep, hard, yep. Hard girls. Hard curl, hard for distance. Yep, yep, yep. Keep going. 17-1. All the way. Really hard, really hard, really hard. Keep going. Get through. That's really good.
So corner guard goes up.
That was
right.
good.
Well done
So,
by
like,
Madeline
40, 50.
Mescatel.
Yeah. Top 8's okay. Okay.
Billy Vidich with her 2nd.
Good line. Top 12. Line's good. Wait only. All the way, gotta go. Hard. We're just at 3. Gotta go. Just at 3. Gotta go. go. We're a guard.
Over adjusted here and leaves the guard.
Yeah, that was my friend. I did 70. Yeah. I was trying to tell her it was a guard in case it had to like curl or something. But I don't know if she was still trying to scoop it.
So the throw in the second corner.
Throw another corner to the other side.
Three.
Okay, got a curl.
Three.
Where is it? Okay. Right here's perfect. It's got a curl, but you can't touch it. 16-0. I think we might be out. We're in. That's okay.
Yeah, I don't mind hitting roll later. Okay, I go 40.
Line's good.
Top four. T.
Line's good.
Top four.
Straight.
Top four.
Gotta go line.
Weight's really nice.
Gotta go line.
Gotta
You
go
gotta
straight.
T. Hard to get by.
T back four.
Hard.
T back four. Hard straight. Don't
Whoa.
let it touch center.
Whoa, whoa,
A little kiss on the guard.
Good.
Okay, that's okay.
Roll open.
It's a hair tight. Okay, it's got a curl. Where? Okay. It's Madeline's rock. Well, you're okay. Okay. That's what it is.
Like that just comes into here.
What?
So just around again.
Yeah. All right, a couple feet less.
A little less weight.
I still like a 4-4. I did 30. You got it.
Line's
Okay,
good.
looks close.
Top feet.
5-6.
To my broom.
5-6.
Well, Johnson's going to try to wrap one around here.
To my
5-6.
broom.
Rocks in play, though.
Yep. Gotta go. Hard, you guys. Gotta go. Gotta go. All the way.
5-6.
Yep. Distance. Yep. Hard. Touch 8 foot. Yep.
We're full 8, touch 4 maybe.
Don't curl it. Whoa. Okay,
If
that's
anything,
fine.
it's going to
Good roll.
over curl, but
I see
we'll lie 2 with one behind cover. We'll lie 3, actually.
Good weight.
It's like Biesecker's trying to hit and roll behind cover.
Good job, Morgan.
That's
Good
what
weight.
she'll ask Francis Chapman to do here.
Yeah, I had a 45 on that, so it's good. She said she could give you a little more.
Curl. Hard curl.
Carve
And
this
you
one
roll,
over.
hard
They're
curl.
going to try to roll behind the corner.
Okay.
Ew. Here. What? Sorry.
10-5.
Okay.
Roll
Yeah,
5
I
is
like
okay.
that. 10-5. It's like edge. It's like half rock. Yeah.
This will be Gianna Johnson's first here, trying to hit and roll under that cover.
Clean.
Close. Yep.
Yep. Hard. Whoa. Close.
Yes.
Hard. Right to it. Gotta go. Whoa.
On and off it, usually a good sign, but maybe they're going to try to just
Okay. 10-2.
try to dead nose or even roll behind the corner, I guess, towards the end.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
10-5.
Well, Johnson lies 3. One behind cover, Chapman here with hers. We'll try to hit and roll under cover.
Yep, go, yep.
Yep.
Hard, hard.
Hard.
Hard, you gotta go
Hard,
hard.
yep. Hard,
Hard,
yep.
go, hard.
Curl, 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 curl. Whoa, 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 whoa. Roll under. Whoa. That's
Okay.
fine.
Peeks out the other side there.
I can't get a roll under though.
You just gotta hit nose.
I think I'll roll a little open. I can't get nose either, I don't think.
I think the main thing here of your Team Johnson is just eliminating stones. So
I mean, where do I have to hit?
Just not here.
Okay, I can get
So, like, there.
I can get. Yeah. Well, wait.
Hack.
Okay. 13.
you throw a hack at it.
Okay, I get 12-5.
Yep.
They're concerned about hitting it too thin and jamming on their own stone in the back of the rings there.
Yep. Yep.
It was close.
Hard. Yep. Right to it. Yep. Whoa.
Sounds like they're on the guard. This is
Nope, that's going to push them into a potentially a pretty good spot.
It was not what they wanted there. It looked like it was a little tight to the broom and also maybe a little quiet.
That's bad.
Where? Long? 15.
Biesecker now lies 1 and 3.
One, three, five, six.
Straight. Where?
Yeah,
Whoa.
probably a few more rocks in play, I think, than Coach Chris Johnson would like
Curl.
with a 6-2 lead playing the 7th end.
Curl. Hard dig. Hard dig.
Push. Hard, you gotta push
Hard,
it.
hard,
you
hard,
move
hard,
it.
hard, yep, hard,
You're
yep,
doing
hard,
great.
yep.
Hard, push it, push it, push
Hard,
it.
yep.
This, though,
Okay.
both
That's
teams
okay.
apparently a little intent here on giving the other an advantage
Yeah.
in this end. So Johnson now right back with a hit to lie 3.
10-5.
Okay.
Try and
Or
get
two,
a roll under.
sorry.
Is the double not there?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, you just rather do that. I like this. I like it. I guess. Okay.
Yeah, they certainly don't
Are
need
we
the
like
double.
second too, or like, or are they?
Yeah, we hit this. We'll be first and second.
Okay, that's good then. I like it. A little inside nose.
Yeah, a little inside.
Yeah. 10-5. I like the brown. Ted?
No.
This looks out. Yep.
Gianna Johnson early, she detected that the release was a little inside out, trying to move this over.
Oh! Roll it, Gianna, roll it.
Wow.
Oh, that.
I think they are 1-2,
They are 1-2.
That's okay.
We're two, right?
which was fortunate, but
I mean, I do that. She comes here.
there's a lot of yellow in the rings.
What do I do?
There it is.
I
And
wonder if you hit that.
yeah, that double is not there, right? There's a guard up.
I think there's a
Higher.
guard out front, but you might want to try to get rid of one blue here, and we'll listen in as they debate.
How? Well, okay. How do we get our? Okay, so then the question is, how do we get our 2?
Or your 6.
I mean, I bury one. She freezes. I'm forced to my 1.
I like this.
Or it's here, or it's that.
But like then
You can't see much.
of the blue.
I mean, I do this. I probably roll
Of
here.
what?
She hits me nose. I have a double.
Oh, like
Do you have any?
yeah. I mean, you have a quarter.
I like that better.
Do you like that or not?
Yeah? 10-5? How much do you have of this one? You have there. You have almost all. What? Almost all of it. You have there.
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out how to get more than like.
Right. We just need to be confident in whatever call we make.
Yep, and it's your choice.
Let's throw that. Okay. 10-5.
Okay. Well, not a bad call, I think.
I like this. I mean,
Yeah.
you're going to lie a mitt
Or
full,
more.
Yep.
and there's one lonely blue in there that I actually think you might be able to pick on your last, and then if you make this, you're going to lie 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 4,
Yeah.
yes, 5.
Do you ever take more?
What are you?
4,
Wait.
5.
5. Yeah. The shooter
I
should
was
stick
trying to get
around.
the
Yeah.
A little more. No, I want to hit
And then there's
close.
one lonely blue in there that
I don't want to leave her at
there
the
is an outturned pick there. I wouldn't worry too much
Yeah.
about the double.
Ah, curl.
No, she didn't like it.
Doesn't like it out of her hand.
No.
I don't know if it's going to be. She's got a lot of room to roll. So if she makes any connection here.
Oh, I see.
Oh, that was the problem.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Johnson fortunate there. No, Johnson
Like,
lies
even here's
2.
fine. Yeah. It doesn't need to be shot. We just need to beat that. So just like bite the 8-foot. But there's
I
okay.
like there. Pro side's always light.
Yeah, pro side's always
Yeah.
light. There, max ice.
Okay.
Maybe a hair more.
Yeah, you
Right.
can always. You can always
She just wants to
Throw
make
us like a
that
3-guard.
draw for
Yeah.
one really tough.
I mean, as long as they lie 3 here, they're fine. Make the draw tough. I mean, it's actually already, because they're
halfway in
lying
the
2.
8-foot's best spot.
Yeah, cut
Top
off the
12
draw
always-
path.
Yeah. Okay, I go 4-5.
Well, an unfortunate miss for Zoe Biesecker. She knew out of her hand she didn't
Might
throw
be
it the
hair
way
more
she wanted to.
too.
Okay.
Really wide.
So good for her for recognizing that.
Yeah.
Allory Johnson with her last here in the 7th end.
Didn't add much.
Toppy! Straight! Toppy! Always straight! Wait
Careful.
there! Always
Wait
straight! Top
Gotta
12!
go.
Top 12! Straight! Gotta go straight.
Whoa,
Just go
leave
straight,
it,
just
leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it.
Cuts down the draw path just a little bit, but
Okay.
not a ton.
Well, I mean, your weight would have been fine.
Doesn't look great from the hack, to be honest.
Yeah.
They're going to look at some other ones. I mean,
Oh,
We're all
yeah.
setting
I
up
mean,
behind.
now's the time.
I don't know how you got rid of both.
I don't know how you do either. You're
I
certainly.
mean, if I thought it was there, I'd throw it, but I genuinely don't think it's there.
The risk versus reward here. Because otherwise we get 3.
Yeah, you can't get to the
Better
inside.
than down
No, that's a tough angle.
Sorry, bad joke.
So hear me out. Wait, pause.
I'm getting more.
Can you? I wonder if you can hit that.
I think I just draw.
Or that blue.
I think it's there.
And kind of splash.
Yeah.
Do you want to go say that?
That was a 16-1, 15?
Well, she's looking at what
15-2?
we said. She's gonna go. That was so embarrassing.
Oh gosh, they're having fun.
Yeah, I don't see the double there, so.
Okay.
No.
I think it's like a 15-2.
Yeah, you got this.
So Zoe Biesecker will try to draw for 1 here in the 7th end. Facing 2, Johnson counters.
Careful.
T top 4.
Light release. Might curl hard. Whoa.
T.
Whoa.
Line looks good.
Whoa.
Weight looks close.
Whoa.
I think she's there. There we go. So
Good throw, Zoe.
that was a confidence builder for her. Good.
So Biesecker draws for 1. Make the score 6-3 after 7 ends. We'll be back with the 8th end and possibly final end in just a moment.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
I'll do a little audio score update.
Yep, hard over. Gotta go.
All right, so 6-3 Biesecker trailing Johnson by 3 here in the 8th and possibly final end. They'll throw up a long guard, probably try to put another one around that. We look at the other sheets. Sheet A today, Pekowitz wins 8-3 over Miller in 7 ends. Hagenbach Stopera was out to a sizable lead, but Hagenbach scored 4 in the 5th to go up 5-3, and then Stopera answered with 3 of their own and 6. So to make that score 6-5 in the 7th.
5-6. Line's really good. 6. Wait only. Curl Gianna. 5-6. Gianna's rock. Yep, gotta go. 5. Hard. You gotta go.
We know what the score is in our feature game here, but then over on sheet D, Berg has closed out Trainer by a score of 8-2.
Jeez, that did not look right, did it? Feel ashamed.
Well, Johnson struggling with rock placement.
3 is okay.
Some would argue you take that one to the wing, the back 8, with the score what it is. The 5 rock rule, it's tough to throw it through when you're up 3.
More. Okay. Like back house. Street? 3. Where? Where is it? It's like topping. Street. Street? Whoa, you're okay. We're past.
Muscatel sort of begging it to stop. They were
straight, curl.
It's actually weight is perfect.
Hard curl. Hard dip. Okay.
If they were trying to go around.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure they were, but
just peel the blue.
Yeah.
I'm gonna clip that yellow too. Well, wait, just 9-5?
I like 9-5.
Okay.
You can't clip the yellow.
I think a 9-8-5 is good.
At this point in the end, but certainly you can remove your own blue.
Clean.
Billy Vidich.
Yep.
Seems like it's
Good
close.
throw, Bailey. Oh, we could have tried that. I know. Never mind. Yeah. Good.
So the blue stone that was a guard is removed.
I curled seniors with Kent Beadle. I was the lead. I had to peel a lot of my.
The peel of shame, Roger?
No,
Played lead for a number of years too. I had a few of those. I'm not going to say I didn't.
Straight. Gotta go for weight. Hard, girls. Hard, yep. Hard, straight. Whoa. Just leave it. We're over curl it. Just leave it. 16-8. That's fine. That's good.
So it wraps around. So with the 5 rock rule time pass, they will go to work. Team Johnson will on the yellow guards out front. Tough to make the double peel, so suggesting they just want to make this peel 1. Up 3 certainly makes sense.
Hard, you gotta go.
Might have got this one going a little bit. Now they're going to try to cross it.
Roll it. That's okay. Good throw.
Said to your son last night, Roger, that's the Brooklyn side.
One more center. Yeah.
Even though Brooklyn is
like a high one.
pretty nice these days.
I'm gonna barely give it anything.
Where?
Frances Chapman with her second.
How deep? How deep? Okay. Are we ever in? Okay. Curl.
Don't think it's in. They want some separation, though.
Fine. We're even.
Certainly don't want to leave it right on the corner. Well, could get everything moving here.
I think try and hit it really thin is easiest. Or you could do that.
Yeah.
That's kind of hard.
Okay. Yeah, you'd probably need to
Peel, if you don't make the double, maybe you catch that.
I'm going to say that
Peel.
Okay.
feels pretty tough to hit it thin enough to get the other guard, but you could certainly pick the one in the rings. So Morgan Zacher with her second stone here in this end.
Yep. E5. Yes. Whoa. E5. Yep. Whoa.
Oh, there you go.
Good.
Everything
moving.
Pretty good. Maybe need a little bit more weight to get all those stones moving.
Those
and
are
out
so
of the
flat.
rings.
More weight.
Another center?
See?
Yeah.
Look what I
They
said.
agreed with you.
I like it too. One's okay.
Yeah.
Where? Okay, gotta go. Gotta go. Hard. Hard over. Hard girls.
Saying this is a very long guard.
Hard
They've
away.
got some
Dig,
work
dig,
to
dig.
get it over.
Hard, yep. Keep going, keep going. You got it. Really hard, really hard, really hard. Hard, yep. Hard, yep. Keep going. Okay, great sweep.
Got it over.
That's good.
Very high guard. But I think that
That's gonna go over. Holy fuck.
also take a look here at the one that's just touching the center line in the rings. But big thing here is for Johnson to eliminate stones that belong to their opposition.
Yep.
Up 3 with
Hard,
hammer.
Stick hard. Gotta go. Yep. Whoa.
Heavy. Is that just up?
It's like tight, just big on release.
8-0.
Not sure they needed to stick there anyways.
No.
No, you can't. I think you go under.
But now, Biesecker will use this rock that's just into the 8 foot as a
I
guard.
think it's still the same.
She essentially has 2 guards right now.
Well, she's set up pretty well to steal one.
Okay.
Still 3 might still be a tall order, but
Yeah.
It's over curling. Curl, curl.
The Chapman's
curl,
last in
curl.
the end.
Hard curl. Hard yep.
Funny things happen.
Hard to nose. We'll play the top.
It's a funny game, but it doesn't always make you
Hard
laugh.
back for him. Hard
I
yep.
told your son Tucker I still have
That's fine.
PTSD. The last time I played at your club, the Capital Curling Club, was 2009 in
you
the
have any
challenge
of this?
round, and
Yeah?
we gave up a steal of
Well,
3 to
I
lose
like
to
the
Craig
straight peel.
Disher.
I think so.
Horrible.
Yeah.
So I guess they're going to play the straight peel.
I was always cannon fodder for Disher and Ben
Clean.
Tucker,
Clean.
Mark Cheatley.
Good throw.
So the peel is made.
7-5.
Okay.
She gets one out. I throw it again. All she has to do is hit one. I throw that. I make it
I like the
nice.
center because if you throw the center, they peel
Yeah?
again
Or she peels, forces me to do this.
and see what happens.
Yeah, this is a good discussion.
Right.
You can go in. I mean,
What do you guys like? Do you like going under? Over here? Maybe?
No.
We're either going here or like here.
I honestly, my first thought was
think I
the
like
guard,
this.
but whatever you like.
Okay. I've been given that like here. Actually, you know what? Give me.
Reality is you're going to need a miss,
It's okay if I
right?
stick out
So
again.
I tend to probably favor the guard.
That was my thought.
She peels it. You're hoping she misses the peel.
Guard?
Okay.
And then
go
you
under.
can play this on your last
Top
if she makes the peel. Then
What?
she has whatever the
You guys,
case,
like,
it's
what time?
lining up as contact for the win, right?
What
So
was Claire's last?
15? Okay.
What? I got a 3.9 for short on her last.
Okay. I think I got like a 15-1, yeah. Okay. I like a 15.
Yep. It's less than Claire's.
Whoa. Gotta be above T. Straight! Straight!
Cool. Square 3. Square 3. No, should we
Hard
just leave
curl!
it?
Hard curl! Hard curl! Whoa!
Leave it. Leave it.
well, there's the guard.
That's fine. Oh, bad.
Okay. That's really bad.
That's our bad zone.
Yeah, right there.
Like a little off nose. Right there. Peel, brim there.
Yep, I like it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you got it.
Just kill two's good, so nose is fine.
True.
Yeah. As long as we kill two.
I like it a lot.
Hair more. Yeah. I'll throw it hard here.
Seven.
Close.
7. Yep.
7.
Yes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Curl now, curl now. That's fine.
And there's the double for the win.
Fine. Good shot.
Hands come out.
Oh,
That'll
sorry.
do it. Handshakes all around.
Good curling.
So make the we'll close it out with X's, I guess, on the board. So Johnson, Team Johnson, with their second win of the event, they'll move to 2-0. Team Biesecker will move to 0-2. They'll look for their first win in the session this evening at 8 o'clock. We'll be back at 4 p.m. with the feature game in the men's draw, which looks to be Lanoy versus Meyer. That'll be at 4 o'clock here on our YouTube channel. Roger Smith, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
And thanks to Stadium Sports for their work here in the production room. Hope you can join us again at 4 o'clock.
Good game.
Oh,
Good game.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Good game. Good game.
Good game.
Good game.
Okay. Was that your gripper down there? Oh no. Okay, good.
No, I left mine down here.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
She misses this. I gotta somehow manage to take my knife.
Sausage?
Oh, don't make it. That makes it sound gross. In front of it.
Forgot about that. I was definitely just gonna take that into the locker room with me, actually.
Oh shoot, Rose coming down to get them.
She's gotta make
What? He's coming down to get the lights. I'm gonna be like, I have to go to the bathroom.
Well, I just have to like hold it down with you.
It almost hurts.
I don't know how I'm gonna.
Maybe if I... Oh.
Good curling.
Sorry. Good curling. Okay, I gotta, hold on, we gotta manage to take this off real quick. Can I put my stuff on real quick?
Yeah.
Just put my stuff here.
I'm not used to seeing this. I left my water bottle at the mall. I brought it around and I don't know if it's out.
Yes,
Because after we did the I have to take my thing off. Sorry, give me a second. We were like, after the mall thing, I grabbed it, and we were walking around with it. We went to Chipotle, I had it there, and then I must have set it down in the store.
Where is it?
It's not annoying. So that's my house. I'm gonna buy the same one though, because I like that.
This is your shirt.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's fine. I miss my paper. I love how this is probably on the live stream. Okay, wait. Okay, got it? Got it? No. Should we touch water? No, I'm sure. Yeah, that will make it easier to see it. It's still up. Okay, stop. I got this. Oh, that's my mic. Oh, I was like, yeah. No. Okay. Stop, I got this. You got this, Ryan. Can we just take it to the locker room? Okay, yeah. Take it to, okay. Can we ask them to turn it off? I think it's off right now. Wait, can you say wait, don't give yours in yet so that you make it look like you can yourself. No, give him. I gotta go to the locker room to take my mic off. We'll get you the other in a moment.
Okay.